According to the latest Emerson College survey, Donald Trump is still underwater with his approval rating. Now, the latest Emerson survey is actually far more generous to Donald Trump than the previous ones we've seen, as it only has him 1 point underwater with voters. 45% approve, 46% disapprove. So you would expect it to be higher because in every other poll it's higher, but it's still underwater. 1 point, 10 points underwater is underwater. But that's not the important part of this, even though that is what has captivated the headlines that talk about this poll. The real takeaway from this poll is the fact that 53% of Americans, a majority, say that this country is now headed in the wrong direction. That is an important number. After less than 6 months in office, when he took office, by the way, a plurality, not a majority, but a plurality of voters said, we're headed in the right direction now. In less than 6 months, a majority now say, yeah, we're screwed. So obviously that's bad news for Donald Trump. It's bad news for the Republicans who are passing one of the most unpopular budget bills in the history of the country. 35 points underwater, that thing is. But the poll gets even better for Democrats. It's not just that Trump's unpopular. It's not just that people know that what he and Republicans are doing is destroying the country. What's even better is that they posed the question to people in the survey, generic ballot, generic Democrat versus generic Republican in next year's midterms. Who do you vote for? By 3 percentage points, a plurality said Democrats. 43% of people said I'll vote for a Democrat. 40% of people said I will vote for a Republican. And then the remainder said, I don't know. It's the undecided people that always get me. Like, that bugs me so much. How do you not have beliefs? Like, how do you go through life not knowing things about what you believe? Right? It's not just like, oh, well, I don't know anything about this subject. I get that. This is like, what do you personally believe? And what is it, like 17% of people are like, I don't know what I believe. Somebody please tell me what I believe. But anyway, this is good news for the Democrats, who of course are historically unpopular, but Republicans are not faring any better. And we're still about 1.5 years away from those midterms. And as it stands right now, based on everything we see in this country, it's not going to get better. I'm not rooting for it to get worse, okay? We don't want that because that hurts everybody and that's not fair to everybody. But do you see Republicans in Congress passing this horrible budget and then deciding to pass some bills maybe to increase Medicaid? They're not going to do that. They're not going to make anything better, because they don't know how to do that. So unfortunately, the most likely scenario is things get worse from here. And if a plurality of the public is already saying, yes, I'll vote for generic Dem versus generic Republican, then at this rate, next year's midterms for the Republican Party, as they have already predicted, probably going to be a political bloodbath that Republicans are not going to enjoy. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.